From the Enjoy Hoover studios, this is the Enjoy Hoover podcast, your monthly guide to news and exciting events, all with big city style with a small town feel. Everyone is welcome here to our small, enticing piece of Alabama. So, welcome y'all to Enjoy Hoover.
Welcome to the Enjoy Hoover podcast. My name is Melissa Carter. School is out. Summer is in full swing. A lot of parents like me are going, whew. Or maybe some parents are stressing out that their kids are home. The SEC baseball tournament just wrapped up, setting an attendance record with more than 180,000 fans. And amazingly, not a single drop of rain fell during the 17 games at the Hoover Met. Whew. The local events calendar slows down a bit in the summer, but there is plenty to do around Hoover in June. So let's dive in. On June 1st, First Saturday Cruise In at Hoover Tactical Fire Arms. Hosted by the Dixie Vintage Antique Automobile Club, the Cruise In features antique and vintage cars in the Hoover Tactical Fire Arms parking lot on Highway 31. Talk with owners, listen to oldies music, and sip complimentary coffee. June 4th through 5th, Cuckoo at the Hoover Public Library Theater. Experience the dancing, comedy, and singing of this popular high-energy duo. For times, go to events.hooverlibrary.org. June 11th through 12th, Roger Day at Hoover Public Library Theater. Sing, dance, jump, and dream big with award-winning children's musician and local elementary school favorite, Roger Day. For times, go to events.hooverlibrary.org. June 14th, Peach Day Farmers Market at Ross Bridge from 4 to 8 p.m. Enjoy a special peach-themed treat at Ross Bridge's Farmers Market on Peach. Shop local vendors, including farm fresh produce, food, and handmade goods. Then grab dinner from one of several food trucks and listen to live music on the green space. June 15th through the 16th, Summertime Bomb Craft and Vendor Fair at River Chase Galleria. Support local vendors and escape the summer heat at this indoor craft and vendor fair. Shoppers will find handmade crafts, home decor, clothing, art, and more. The fair is open during the Galleria's regular business hours. June 21st, Hydrangeas Under the Stars at Aldridge Gardens at 6 p.m. Come to the gardens for a summer evening filled with starlight and gorgeous hydrangeas. An indoor reception and silent auction will begin at 6 p.m., followed by dinner under the pavilion at 7 p.m. For more information about this premier fundraising event, go to aldridgegardens.com. June 21st, Berry Day at Ross Bridge from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Enjoy a special berry-themed treat at Ross Bridge's Farmers Market on Berry Day. Shop local vendors, including farm fresh produce, food, and handmade goods. Then grab dinner from one of several food trucks and listen to live music on the green space. For small business owner Jen Batson, celebrating alongside those she loves is one of the best things about being part of the Hoover community. Clients will send me pictures or post them on social media, and I love knowing I was able to be part of the beauty of celebrating, she said. Jen, who is 55, opened her home-based floral business, Garage Corsage, on New Year's Day after a conversation with a close friend about how they would spend the second half of their lives. We spent a lot of time talking about how people act like life is for those who are young. Like those are the best years of your life, Jen said. But we fully believe that the best is yet to be, and God will still use us until the very end to bring him glory. From there, Jen's lifelong love of fresh flowers began to blossom into a way for her to spread joy to friends and neighbors. She recalled a floral arranging workshop she attended a couple of years prior where she learned new skills and had an absolute blast. Jen enjoyed keeping the fresh flowers in her Hoover home and quickly incorporated the tips and tricks she learned into her own personal bouquets. She began making floral arrangements more often, giving them away to friends and neighbors and creating them for parties and friend celebrations. Soon, she realized her way of spreading joy, the beauty of the flowers, and the special moments she was able to be part of were her life's new calling. As Garage Corsage grows in popularity, Jen's business goals are growing too. She says, "My first goal is to get a refrigerator for my garage so that I have a place this summer to keep my floral arrangements cooler. Every time I have a big order, I have to clean out our refrigerator in the kitchen." She would also like to be able to hire a part-time assistant to help with large orders around holidays. Right now, she doesn't mind the busyness because friends are lending a hand, which is also fun. To order an arrangement for dance recitals, birthdays, school dances, and other occasions, follow Garage Corsage on Instagram at garage_corsage and click the link in the profile to view options and prices to order.
The second issue of the Bluff Park Neighborhood Reader is here, and people all over Bluff Park are talking about it. Maybe it was the interview with Bluff Park artist and Zentangle master Darla Williamson, the chat with Reverend Marge Doyle at St. Albans Episcopal Church, Kevin Russell's top 5 gardening tips, or the dozens of photos of people from around the community. Want to read the entire issue? Follow the Bluff Park Neighborhood Reader on Facebook or Instagram for all the details.
Look to the sideline of an SEC football game and you may see ESPN reporter Lauren Sisler executing her signature sideline shimmy. It's a dance she perfected over the years, performing it with athletes, mascots, and just by herself. Her moves on the sideline represent the joy Sisler brings to her profession and the strength that she's developed by overcoming tragedy. Sisler got her start in sports broadcasting while attending Rutgers University. She found that storytelling, which served as an initial spark, has taken a more prominent role in her career, saying, "That was something that I didn't necessarily see early in my career, but it has become more and more visible. It has been really the primary drive for me as I've developed in my career as a sports reporter." Sisler landed in Alabama in 2011 while working for ESPN. Though she hails originally from Roanoke, Virginia, Alabama has become a second home. She has found a lot to appreciate in the Yellowhammer State, saying it is very underrated in terms of the outside world's perception. She feels that Birmingham in particular flies under people's radar. Straddling the line between a small city and a metropolis provides a unique living experience for all residents. Sisler resides in Hoover with her husband and 9-month-old son. Since neither she nor her husband are from Hoover, the topic of moving arose, but neither of them felt a move would make sense. Hoover had become home after all. It really has just been a beautiful journey of getting to place our roots here and embed ourselves in the community, Sisler said. "We truly believe that the community is our family, and that's very special to me. You can't find that everywhere." Connecting with others is of particular importance to Sisler. In her freshman year at Rutgers, she lost both her parents to prescription drug overdoses. Along the path to recovery, she found a passion for telling her story with a hope of helping others in similar situations. "It is always my hope and goal when I stand in front of them to meet them where they're at and help them see that their story is important," Sisler said. "Their story is powerful. They too can fall in love with their story. Ultimately, that gives them the ability to move forward past some of the things that might be holding them back in their lives and help them to really find their purpose." Alongside these public speaking outings, Sisler has spent the past 2.5 years working on a book titled Shatterproof: How I Overcame the Shame of Losing My Parents to Opioid Addiction and Found My Sideline Shimmy. The fruits of the writing process have certainly shown themselves to Sisler. Despite being 21 years removed from the tragedy, many aspects of it were hidden, revealed only in the act of putting pen to paper. Just as she does in her speeches, Sisler hopes that the incredible amount of healing she got from writing the book extends to her readers and helps them find their sideline shimmy, whatever form it may take. To purchase the book, visit laurensisler.com.
For over 50 years, Jefferson State Community College has been a beacon of education in the greater Birmingham area. With a commitment of quality, convenience, and personal attention, we've helped over 15,000 students annually achieve their goals. Offering 120 university transfer programs, 33 career programs, and countless certificates across 4 campuses and online, we're one of the largest community colleges in the state. At Jefferson State, we believe in accessible, economical education. Find your place at Jefferson State. Explore our programs and let us help you accomplish your vision. Visit jeffersonstate.edu today. Explore our site and discover how Jefferson State can help you find your place. Your journey starts here.
If you're anything like me, your thumb is a little more brown than green. I actually call myself a plant hospice nurse, but it doesn't have to be that way. In the heart of Bluff Park, Kevin Russell tends his garden behind his house on Park Avenue. The local home gardener with a passion for nurturing life from the soil is the founder of Bluff Park Farms, a Facebook group for all garden enthusiasts. Established in 2016, this online community quickly blossomed into a thriving hub of green-thumbed individuals, all eager to exchange tips, celebrate their gardening triumphs, and seek advice. We asked Kevin to share his top gardening tips. All right, so get ready. Get your garden gloves on. Let's get to planning. Number 1, advice. Finding great professional advice will save you time and money. Now, there is a tremendous amount of great information online, and talking with other gardeners will be rewarding for your garden from their experience. Find a site like Bluff Park Farms, BPF, that gives you free advice to fellow gardeners and will answer your questions. Build a detailed calendar with a to-do list for your key garden chores that include soil conditioning, planting times, and fertilizing. Number 2, soil conditioning. Not all dirt is the same. You can have your soil tested and you will know exactly what you need for your garden soil. I never have. Now, this is Kevin talking. I tend to go with lots of organics as Mother Nature provides for her forest. Composting is a big part of the garden, and the better the compost you can make or find will produce better, stronger, and more productive plants. Number 3, sunlight. Every basic garden will need at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day to fully develop plants to the point of good production. Next is knowing which plants like the most light compared to those who only need 6 hours. My lettuce and parsley like 6 hours, while my tomatoes and peppers love as much as they can get. I planted a few smaller trees to give me that afternoon shade for those plants that need less. Number 4, water consistency. Always try to keep the plant at the same consistency with water when possible. They will wilt when they need it, but overwatering can cause diseased, shallow rotting. You can buy a meter to monitor the water level in your soil. And finally, number 5, weed control. If you have raised beds or doing container gardening, it's not a big problem. But for larger plots, as ours on Bluff Park Farms, we must take on the weeds with other methods. This year, we are putting down a weed barrier to give us more time to garden instead of weeding, which I do not like. That's Kevin talking and Melissa talking. Find your way to handle the weeds before they get a chance to take over. Good luck, gardeners.
Thanks for listening to the Enjoy Hoover podcast. For even more information about Hoover and what's happening, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.